We are here in Bungoma, where we are carrying on with our campaign activities. But as we do so, we as Kenya Kwanza are getting seriously disturbed by the inaction and inept manner in which the Minister for Education on behalf of government is handling our school children. When we introduced a program for 100% transition, the government gleefully told Kenyans that all children had transited to secondary schools, meaning there were enough secondary schools, there were enough spaces in those secondary schools to absorb all our children. Now we are seeing the minister cutting a very poor figure and desperately telling Kenyans that the government is not ready to accommodate our children in what they call early secondary education. They are now even inviting investors in the private sector to build schools for junior secondary. For a private sector developer to build a school, they must charge expensive fees to recover their investment. And that's what happens everywhere. Education in this country is a duty of the government for the last 60 years of our independence. Parents through Harambes have built schools. We expect the government to provide teachers, good quality teachers, and other facilities for our children. The demonstration by Minister Magoha and their Jubilee honchos in education is showing Kenyans why they should, on the 9th of August, wake up very early and vote out this inept and uncaring government supported by Uhuru, Kenyatta and Raila odinga. Because Raila has told us he will do exactly what Uhuru is doing to Kenyans when he becomes president. And Uhuru is busy in his sunset days instructing his ministers to continue with the reckless gamble with the future of our children. And this is unacceptable. We will not accept, and the verdict will be known on the 9th when people go to the polling booths and vote out this uncaring, inept and reckless government, so that we replace them with a government that cares about Kenyans, that is determined to lift the lowest people in our society to the highest level possible. We do not want the government to gamble with our children's education. Education is important. Education is a basic human right under our Constitution, Article 43. Every child is entitled to education. The government has a legal and constitutional duty to provide facilities, both physical and human capacity, for our children to go to school. For you, Minister Magoha, who has demonstrated to Kenyans your inability to run this ministry over and over, to start crying wolf and calling on the private sector to build new schools, you are telling Kenyans that education is going to be more expensive